Welcome to Crawl or No Crawl. This is Carolyn Holzman. Today is October 23rd. It is a Monday. What a weekend. In short, it is kind of interestingly insane what's passing as an explanation from Google. And so I wanted to break this down. So the fact you may be fine, the fact that I may have a majority of sites that are fine, does not mean that this is not a serious issue. And it is not an issue that relates to our sites or what we are doing to request indexation. So I want to thank everybody who's been messaging me and pointing out what they've been seeing. What you're looking at is what a lot of people are getting when they launch legitimate sites, and they have basically submitted their sitemap. And when they go to, let's say, index their homepage, this is what they get. And everyone thinks this is their issue, that this is something that their sites are wrong, that their host is not sufficient, and nothing could be further from the truth on it. So let me get over here. Basically, like I say, these are sites that are launching and they're getting this error message. And what is unique to the sites that have this issue is that they are submitting sitemaps. They are being read. They're submitting, they're not being read. Now, I went through 15 sites this morning, just looking at which ones could I submit a sitemap to, and whether or not it would update the last read. Now, initially, I did think, I'm going to go over here to my Twitter post, I did think that it might be related to whether our sites were primary desktop or primary smartphone crawlers. As you can see here, they don't seem to be now. It is every desktop that I have that is exhibiting this issue. They do all happen to be desktop, but clearly when we get out to a larger data set, it's more. It's not just our desktop sites. So this morning, I test for the indexation every day. If you're this is the first time you've seen Crawl or No Crawl, I test every day for current testing is requesting content to be published using the Search Console request indexation button, and every other day is going through the Google indexing API. So if you want to see if you're going to have this issue or not, so far right now, if you submit your sitemap, and it's going to say it read it, and you're going to think everything's cool. So what I did was, this is the test page for today was testing the Google indexing API. So when I updated the sitemap, it got read. Then when I went into the server log, I pulled out the record that was put through at approximately the same time. And as you can see here, it was a Google bot that came. I did change domain. Don't want to get anybody panicky. But yes, this is a real live test site. And so everything, this is the date and time. And if you look at it, there's something wrong about it. And you'll see here it was a 404. This is not a 404. It's a live XML sitemap, and it has 32 pages in it. And this was requested through Search Console, but I don't want us to focus on that it's the Search Console issue, because this is part of the indexation system. So if you go over here, so just want to make sure you understand the significance of this, that when you request your sitemap and you put it in and it has read it, when it sends the bot, it's missing the L at the end. So this is not even an active real URL, even though it is one that was submitted. So now we go over here, and this is why I talk about the indexation system as there's subsystems underneath it. Now, initially, through a lot of the podcast off search, we knew about the crawling, we knew about the indexing, and the serving system. Now, the serving, I define this as when your pages are findable by their keywords. You can be indexed in Search Console and not findable by your keywords, just to give you an idea of how complex this system is. Now, I'm not ragging on the system, but I am saying this whole search status dashboard, this should be a crawling incident. This is something that is not working at the moment. I wrote about it over the weekend in terms of the host exceeded piece, where I went through all the things that people say, oh, it's your site, oh, it's your problem. But it is not. It is actually behaving in such a way that it has to be the crawling system. Now, I'm going to go back over here. This is the log. Again, if you're not familiar with this research project, it started in August 2021. So when submitting through the Search Console, that's what this SC stands for. Within the same day, this page was findable by its keywords. I test using 2 different keywords. One is a simple keyword that's just straight HTML, and the other one is a JavaScript keyword that can only be found by Google if it's gone through the second pass, the second rendering. I should say the rendering pass, the second pass. And so that one indexed and was served in like record time. This is the one from this morning. Now this morning, different site, no problem submitting previously, but it does go through the Google Indexing API. The bot behavior typically is different when you submit here through Search Console or when you use the Indexing API. This is the site where I submitted through the Indexing API, and then I went back and had the sitemap recrawled. And as you can see, this is not my leaving the L off at the end. This is the system doing it. I'm going to put the link to this article in case you want to see my analysis. I go in depth. If you're familiar with my work, you know that I pay attention to the details, and that basically we're really not seeing a lot of crawling in there for these sites that are impacted. If you want to get a load of the poll on Twitter that was published yesterday, if you're having this problem and you know how to find out in Search Console under the Pages report, if you're a smartphone, if designated primary crawler or desktop, I'd appreciate it if you'd vote. I'd like to get a little larger set than 12 on that. And make sure you subscribe to Crawl or No Crawl. I'm going to be reporting on this. I did a quick report 2 days ago, but it's still ongoing. I thought by now we might have some word from Google, but we do not. Google is telling us that it is us. And I'm sorry. This ain't us. All right, stay posted. Please add your comments. I think the larger voice we can make in our community, we just need to make sure, because this is not something that we have control over. This is something that's on Google's side, and they need to take care of it.